Hey, I haven't done one of these lunch break chats in a while, but I have a few things updated. I've been stepping away from the day job more as I concentrate on getting Buffalo Rangers up and running. And gonna give you guys a quick warning, a little bit of a woke warning if you're afraid of wokeism. I know some people out there that hear that word, they get real scared. If that word scares you, this is not your video, so go ahead and click away. You're not gonna love it, and it's gonna get a little woo-woo sounding. And if you hear the word woo-woo and you start thinking fake or not real, this is probably not the place for you right now either, because I'm just gonna talk about all the great things that have been happening. I have been feeling super blessed. Like, this is one of those really challenging times of the year when, you're trying to get the world started, you're trying to get your year started, but then the world in general is doing stuff that's kind of throwing you off kilter, and you're thinking to yourself, am I on the right path? Is this right or wrong? And I chose to listen to my core, my soul, and to see where I really was in comparison to where I wanted to be. And I realized that, that the world is changing, and I'm a brave person. I'm not someone that goes with the way things have always been. I'm not a joiner, as some people like to call it. I feel like I'm someone that has typically seen the future coming and was brave enough to act. And I found myself in this rare moment when I finally could, when all the pieces lined up. As they say, I was right. And now that all the things I've been saying are coming to fruition, I'm finding myself not acting. And that was probably one of the most curious things, is why am I not acting in this moment where the things that I have been anticipating have come to fruition? And I think it's one of those things where I was exhausted from yelling about, the train is coming, the wolf is coming, the meteor is coming, and then when it hits, and I'm thinking people are going to react differently, and I was wrong. People didn't change. Literally the flood came and we just kind of watched the water come and hit us. So instead of being a watcher, I decided to continue on my path. So I've been, focusing in and getting away from things that I consider important. Things like figuring out a different job. Like, that's a very big concern that I have. But you know what? It turns out that I can spend all my energy doing that. We can be fired at any moment for any reason. The company you work for could say something wrong, and all of a sudden how they conduct business is now the business of the government. And whether you have anything secure or not, well, regardless of what you've done, that goes away. Your mayor or your governor or your county, executive might be like, we don't like the way your business sounds, you're out of business. And you're someone with an employee, you don't have the kind of resources left over to fight that. So what do? You do the right stuff. And what have I been doing? I've been concentrating on biking. I've been concentrating on commuting and connecting with nature and making a deeper community within that, where I'm finding people to ride with. Instead of just riding by myself, I'm going out of my way to connect with other people that see the things that I do. Volunteering with nonprofits that are on mission, that are educating youngsters and keeping people safe, and staying true to my core mission. Instead of complaining about community and trying to solve other people's problems, I'm not trying to save anyone out there. I'm a ranger, not anyone that can walk on water. So I try to make sure that I take care of my people in my community. So we set up our own, garden, where we figured that out ourselves, instead of, needing something bigger from the public, having someone else solve a problem. We went ahead and did that. And that problem is now being solved. And we are connecting already. I put it out there that I am no longer just someone that just takes orders anymore. I tried this out for almost 4 years now. I'm taking orders. And upon letting people know that I'm creating again, I've gotten opportunities to create again. All I'm saying is, maybe the woo-woo people are right about if you are clear about what you want, which is, I think, the main thing most people don't really have any clarity about. We don't know typically who we really are. We just kind of behave in ways that have been rewarded in the past. And there's nothing wrong with that. But once you want to start doing something different, you have to make that acknowledgement. Get that figuring out who you really are in order to be able to move things forward. And, getting that dialed in is tough for people. So, for them to be able to do what they really want is also hard, because I think most people, if you ask them, hey, if money wasn't a factor, if pressures from society wasn't a factor, what would you be doing spending your time? And I realized, man, I am a privileged dude. Like, not much different if I had more resources. Probably more of the same. I'd be doing it instead of spending my days shuffling things around for someone else. I'd be spending my time with that. So I'm gonna continue doing more of it instead of pining for it. I'm just doing it with the people that are down for it. It's not a lot of us. There's 4 of us. But I don't know, 2 months ago, I don't think I could have found a single person, not one person that would have been like, yeah, I'm down for that kind of crazy mission. Let's do that together. No way. I'm just letting you know. But I put it out there and it came. And I have been intentional on not mixing myself with people that I don't align with morally. Like, for a long time, I've kind of said it. I did it. I talked to people, here and there. But in the end, I was like, well, we're in the society together. We have to get along. So let's interact. Even if I don't like people, if I don't like their energy, cut that out. People who have a bad energy, I don't need that shit. Excuse my French, but that's not the thing I'm playing. If you are someone that's got a bad moral intentions, if you're someone that has a zero-sum game, if you don't believe in sharing with your neighbors, and if you believe that the word of God is only that you have to say that you believe in God and you dismiss all the other parts, we're not messing around with each other. And it's brought me nothing but joy, good people, and happiness. So all I'm saying is live your trueness. I know it's hard. And it might become lonely, and you may have to dip out on people, but get on your bike, ride it, fix it, figure it out. Be the person that you say you are. And the best part is investigating it, figuring out where have you deviated from being the person that you say you are. And I know it's going to be hard because you're thinking you haven't, but you probably have at some point. Figure out where you deviated from being the person that you say you are, and see what you've got to do to get that to happen. It won't be much. Do it.